What's up, guys? Today I'm gonna be replacing the fuel injectors on my 300CX. I'm gonna be doing an upgrade. This is the old style injectors. That's the phase 1, and I got the phase 2 injectors. They're kind of different, so I'm gonna show you how to take them out and how to install the new ones. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is remove these two screws right here. So you're gonna need a screwdriver for that. A flat, not flathead, a Phillips. I'm sorry. You're gonna need a Phillips screwdriver to take these screws out. But let me show you something. So this is a Phillips. This is a Phillips screw. So once I try, it's stuck in there because they have been there for forever. Especially if you see an old style injector, it means it never has been changed. They all corroded inside, so all of them are dead because the car has been sitting for 10 years and all the injectors went bad. So I did the test. There are different ways to test it. So I tested with a multimeter and it's dead. No ohms are showing. I tested with a 9-volt battery. I can show you how to do that as well. So what you're gonna need is a 9-volt battery and 2 pigtail cables, as you can see right here. So what you're gonna do is get the injector. In this case, I'm gonna grab one of the new ones. And use a 9-volt battery. Don't use a bigger battery because you can burn the injector. It's just the method that I use to test it out. I also do the ohm test, but I always making sure I do both tests just to make sure. You can do it anyway, anywhere. I mean, there are 2 connectors inside there, so you can do any with any, so there's no positive, no negative from this. And then I'm gonna grab my 9-volt battery. I'm gonna clamp one end, and the other end I'm just gonna touch it. So once you touch it, you should hear a click. So when you hear that click, it means it works. So I did that test with all the injectors that I got, and they're all working. Also the multimeter test, I'm gonna show you how to do the multimeter test as well. So you're gonna need your multimeter, so I'm gonna turn it on. And you're gonna need some alligator clips. That's the way I use it. You can use it with just regular ones, but this is easier. And I'm gonna set it up to ohms. This is the one. This is ohms. So you got make sure you set it up as that, and then grab your injector. Let me isolate it, one of them, and just clip them. Like I said, either way is the same. There's no right or wrong way to do it. And once you connect it, it's gonna give you the ohms. This one right here is 1085 ohms. So this is the reading that it's giving me. And the way I test it is I test all of them, all the new injectors, and I'm getting the same reading. So just try to check all of them and if you get the reading between each one, so it's not much dropping, you're fine. But most likely, if it is a bad injector, it will show you a totally different reading. So let me show you one of the old injectors. Okay, so let me just let's do this test right here, because if we do the clicking noise test, they are dead. You will not hear anything. Look at that. 236. Way above what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be between 11 and 14, but like I said, this one's reading 1095, all of them, so I know they work, and I did the clicking the test with a 9-volt battery, and they all click, so I know for sure that this works. Okay, so that's the way you test the injectors. That's how I know all of them are dead. I tried all of them, both tests, so that's why I went ahead and take the plano out, and now I got the kit to replace them. I forgot to tell you what you need, guys. So what I'm doing right now, like I said, I'm gonna install the new face or new injector styles. You're gonna need the new injector style kit, so you can use your oil rail with this kit, so you can actually install the new style injectors on the oil rail. But the injector number 1, when you're gonna put everything back together, because my car is a 1990 300ZX, I know some other newer versions like the 95 and 96, I believe, the plano is kind of different, so you don't have to do this. I believe so, don't take my word for granted. But for how much I have read, and I know maybe it's true, maybe it's not, maybe you own one, but the plano is already set up for the new kind of injectors, of face injectors, for the new face or new style injectors. But the old plenum, you have to trim or Dremel right here. And in my other video, I show you how I did this. You have to Dremel this part right here next to the throttle body. So the injector number 1. So I went go ahead and grind that, so I have enough space. I don't know if you can tell, but this right here, let me try to get a bit better visual. This right here, it was up to here, all the way down here. So I cut a big piece and I make it round, and then I repaint it and make it look good. So if you want to see how I did this, I'm gonna leave a link on the description so you can check it out. I'm about to install after I get this injectors done. So this is my last this is the last part that I need, so I can go ahead and install everything back in the car, and hopefully it starts. Alright, so what you're gonna need is WD-40. A lot of people use motor oil, that works as well, and in this case I'm using Vaseline for the O-rings. Okay, so the way to take this out, like I showed you before, so if you take a fillet and you try to take this screw out, is no go. That thing is stuck in there, so what I use is pliers, and what I do is grab the head of the screw and just turn it until I get it loose. It takes a little bit of effort, but you will get it. And just make a little turn, that's all you need, because you just need to, oh, there you go, you probably hear that, and after that you should be fine. Oh god, that one's stuck in there. Just kind of hard to grab it. It's easier when you have a vise and you can just clamp that thing in there, but because I don't have that many tools, and probably most of you don't, there you go. That's all I need. And also, just be careful with this right here. And also, DW40 always works. I mean, helps. So let me put a bit, a little. And all of them, so when I do them, they already loose. Okay. So I'm going to show you how to install one, and then I will go ahead and do all of them, and I'll show you the end product. There you go. So after you turn for a little bit, all you need to do is grab your fillet and it should come right up. Okay. So there's 2 screws, like I said. We're not gonna reuse those. We get a new style of screws with a kit. All right, and there you go. Another thing, just make sure you don't lose it's like a metal piece that goes on top of the new kit. I didn't see that coming with the insulator, I think it's called. So just make sure that metal piece right there, you gotta take it out just like this. And there you go, this part right here. Okay, you're gonna reuse that. All right, so next step, what I do is grab a little bit of WD-40, I mean, it's not oil, and just put a little bit of WD-40. I always get confused with the more oil type of stuff. And then grab your pliers, and all I do is wiggle it around. I'm doing it this way. Other people, there's another method that works great. You can put an 11mm socket right here, use a vise, grab it, and just hit down here, and that will come right off. But because I'm replacing it with a different kind of injectors, and these injectors don't work at all, I'm just gonna do it this way. So this, if you're replacing the injectors, this is the best way to do it. So you have to have any tools. So I just wiggle it around until it pops right out. It takes a little bit of effort. Remember, this thing has been there forever, but eventually it's gonna come off. Don't fight it. You gotta go. There you go. So you just gotta put a little bit of effort and try to push down while you pull it up. Next step, what I do is make sure this thing is clean. You don't want nothing inside your engine, so make sure this is clean. Clean it up as best as you can, and take that seal that gets stuck in there, because you gotta install new ones. You don't use the old ones. Always install new ones, because after a while they go bad, and if you get a fuel leakage, you will ruin your engine. Okay, so that's how you take it out. So like I said, make sure a good cleaning is always good. No debris in there. Make sure there's nothing in there. Okay, it's clean to me. And now we're gonna install the new styles injectors. So like I said, we have everything that we need here. We got the new tops for the car. We got the seals. We got the screws, and we also got the connectors, because you're gonna be installing new style connectors, so you can actually install the fuel rail and plug them in with the new style plugs. Okay, so this is the new style plugs. They're pretty easy. They just press and come right off. The old ones had that ugly, crazy little clip in there the ones that you try to take it out, you would break that thing definitely. So these ones are way better. Okay guys, so you gotta grab one of the top from the kit, and also you're gonna grab one of these washers. I don't know how you call them, but he has already one of the O-rings and the other O-rings already installed in the new style injector. So all you need to do is make sure it's clean and put the cap on the injector. So this is exactly how it goes. So you gotta push all the way in, and then it should sit right there. So that's the way it looks. I don't know, my lighting is really bad right now, I guess. But so you put that thing on top of it. So you got two O-rings, one down, one up. Make sure you take that O-ring from there. And here's when you're gonna reuse this ring. So there's two actually. There's a plastic one, and there's a metal one. So I believe you gotta use both. I'm gonna use both. Okay guys, so what I find out after playing around with the new style top of the injectors is we're not gonna need the metal piece or insulator that I told you about, but I believe so, because the old style, as you can see, it has the tip out. So this insulator, what it does is insulate this from the metal, not to touch the metal, as you can see. So this is exactly what it does. Okay, but now in the new style injectors, we don't have the top sticking out anymore. It's covered. So I think it's safe to do it that way, but I figured that I can use this rubber part just to make a better connection. So I can just put it in here. Not a better connection, I mean to hold it better. So if you install it right there, so it sticks in there, it fits perfect. And now when I install the connector, that will go ahead and install flat. I don't know if you can see, my lighting is really bad, but I'm not gonna be installing that little metal part. This right here, actually, I found it. So I'm not gonna be installing that. Probably I'm wrong, but that's the way I'm gonna do it. You can comment, though, just don't kill me on the comment section, please. I'm gonna use some Vaseline, and I'm gonna rubber it to the O-rings, both of the O-rings. So I can install this back in the rail, just to show you guys how it's done. Alright, so now that it has Vaseline and the seals that it needs, I'm gonna use a little bit of DW40 just to make it easier for me. You have to go crazy on it, just to make it easier to seal or make it stick in there. Make sure it's clean. That's the most important part, is make sure it's clean, no debris inside or anything like that. So motor oil works as well. I'm gonna use the WD-40. Keep saying the W40. It's WD-40. Come on, get it right. Alright, so and after that, I'm just gonna stick it in there and just wiggle it around until I get it in position. It's gonna be kind of hard to do it, guys, but that's the way it works. Just You got to do it by hand. Don't do it with any tools, because you most like can break this or pinch the rubbers, and that's definitely a no-go. Let me grab the rack. This is the best way to do it. Okay, so it's in there. All right. Okay, so we know it's in there. Just give it another wiggle around until you know and feel that went all the way in. You don't want this thing being in the wrong position or anything like that. Like I said, if you install it the right way, this will ruin your engine. Alright, so once that's done, I'm gonna grab the one that I put the rubber on it, and just gonna install it here. Okay, and like I said, I'm gonna install the new style. Alright, so that's how it looks after it has been installed. Okay, so they're pretty snug in there, so pretty tight. Just make sure you don't break them. That's how far it goes. As long as they're tight in there, that's what it matters. Just make sure that you see the seals. There's no pinch anywhere. Alright, so I'm gonna continue doing the rest of them, and I'll show you the final product. Okay guys, so I replaced all the injectors and I put it back in. So I gotta screw it in, and after that I gotta change the connectors. This connectors right here with the new ones, and it should be good to go. So that's how you replace the injectors. Okay, so it came out, everything came out good. Just do what I told you and you should be fine. So thank you for watching. Any questions, any comments, leave it down below. Subscribe to the channel, like if you like it, dislike if you don't like it. Let me know your comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.